Hello, and welcome to the Shenyun Podcast. You're listening to episode number 4 of Beyond the Notes, the series where we explore the music of Shenyun Performing Arts, the world's premier classical Chinese dance and music company. I'm your host, Li Shai Lemish. The piece we'll hear today is from Shenyun Symphony Orchestra's 2016 concert tour, and it is called Handkerchiefs. This is in the cheerful, fast-paced style of a traditional folk dance called Younger. Welcome to Dongbei, or Northeast China. This is a region known for Siberian winters, thick accents, and dancing with unusual props such as rakes, fake donkeys, and most notably, handkerchiefs. Now, this handkerchief is not your typical flimsy pocket square. These dance handkerchiefs are hefty, have bright colors, 8 corners, and can be spun, twirled, and, in the hands of a skilled Shenyun dancer, even tossed like a boomerang. Hankies are one of the most popular props in Northeast Younger dance. Don't be fooled by the name. The Younger is one of China's oldest folk dance styles. Literally meaning rice sprout song, the Younger started out as ditties people sang while toiling in the fields during planting and harvesting seasons. Over time, they became bright, rustic dances that depict daily life in the countryside. Younger music is usually performed by Chinese instruments like Sona and Logu. These are staples of village festivities like weddings and processions. The Sona is a double reed wind instrument with a boisterous, high-pitched sound. Logu, meaning gong and drum, is basically a traditional Chinese drum set. There's a Chinese drum, Chinese cymbals, cha, and lo, or gongs. These gongs aren't the huge tam-tams common in orchestras nowadays. Imagine a medium-sized bronze dinner plate suspended from a string you hold in your hand, and then hit it with a stick. There's also other percussion, like wood blocks and bells. Now that we have our band ready, let the festivities begin. Shenyun's Handkerchiefs starts off with a bright opener in the violins. Trills and grace notes pepper this otherwise simple melody. These flourishes give the music that extra kick of northeastern flavor. After the boisterous opening enters the main theme. This music is characterized by rustic syncopation, where a strong accent is placed on a weak beat. It's a favorite element in folk dances around the world, like in Brahms' Hungarian dances and other Eastern European polkas and furiants. Here, the syncopation works in tandem with all the dotted rhythms to produce a constant sense of forward momentum. Time to dance the Younger. And of course, you can't have a Chinese folk tune without the distinct flavor of the erhu and pipa. This melody is lively and has a much wider range than earlier. These large jumps between notes are common in many folk songs and actually mimic the way people talk in Northeast China. Basically, if you can sing along to this kind of melody, you're well on your way to mastering the sharp angles of the northeastern Chinese accent. Following this legato section is a vigorous call and response passage. The spirited conversation between brass and percussion harkens back to our village Sona and Logu band. The brass section makes a strong statement, while the percussion hollers back. Everyone stops to take a breath in this next moderato section. Slow and calm at first, notice how the two-stringed erhu fills the melody with grace notes and slides. These ornaments are characteristic of Chinese folk singing. When the violins take over, those flourishes and slides adopt a slightly different flavor. The Logu band sounds a ruckus return to the festivities. The village dancers' handkerchiefs soar through the air in a bright display of colors, and the main theme appears in the trumpet and violins one last time. The conversation between brass and percussion returns as the folk dance and tune approach the finale. It's a jubilant celebration of nature, life, and of joy itself. This is Li Shai. Thank you for listening. We'll see you in the next episode of Beyond the Notes. To learn more about Shenyun Symphony Orchestra, please visit our website. The Shenyun Symphony Orchestra CD is available on iTunes and the Shenyun Shop. Shenyun Symphony Orchestra's international concert tour includes Carnegie Hall in New York, Boston Symphony Hall, as well as Chicago, Washington, Toronto, and cities in Asia every year. To learn more, visit shenyun.com.